We've all seen them. The YouTubers with expensive teeth telling us AI is a money printing machine. And they are right. It is a force multiplier. But here's the bit of maths they conveniently leave out of their $997 courses. Anything multiplied by 0 is still 0. If you think AI is the great equalizer, you're missing the one thing that actually creates wealth. And it isn't productivity. Here is the uncomfortable truth about who is actually winning the AI war. And spoiler alert, it isn't you. AI is often framed as a way of democratizing wealth. The pitch is this: everyone that spends enough time learning about AI will have an abundance of opportunities.
And getting wealthy will be simpler than ever before. AI will be cheap or completely free, and it's available for everyone to use. This means knowledge on how to use the tools efficiently will be the only thing standing in your way of becoming wealthy.
It's Silicon Valley's favorite story. This time, it is different. This time, anyone can win. On the surface, it sounds almost reasonable. But is it true?
As of January 26, the Mag 7 account for 34% of the S&P overall. That's nearly 3 times as much as in 2015, when they made up 12% of the S&P 500.
That is insane. 7 tech companies now account for a third of how investors think about the entire US economy.
And all these companies are desperate to strengthen their position by deeply integrating AI in their business.
Companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, OpenAI, Meta, and Nvidia own the computing power, the platforms, and the distribution. That means they set the prices, decide how AI is accessed, and control where those tools are built and used.
So while usage feels democratized, control absolutely isn't. And that matters because wealth doesn't come from using tools. It comes from owning leverage. If AI truly makes things easy for everyone, then outputs explode, supply floods at the market, and prices collapse.
But if everyone can write copy, generate images, build landing pages, spin up an AI business in a weekend, then none of those things are scarce anymore.
Wealth is not created by abundance. It's created by scarcity, distribution, and of course, timing. AI removes friction, but friction is often what protects margins.
But I know what you're thinking. AI can make you rich because you know a YouTuber. You know, the one with the expensive teeth and the backward cap explain how AI is democratizing wealth.
And he absolutely is making money due to AI right now. And to be fair, that might actually be true. AI is a force multiplier. But here's the thing. Anything multiplied by 0 is, well, yep, you guessed it, still 0. Braden, on the other hand, already has 100,000 subscribers.
That is the thing Braden conveniently forget to mention when he's busy selling you his $997 course. AI isn't the reason he is rich. He is rich because he already has 100,000 subscribers who would buy bottled air if he put his logo on it.
Wow, that tastes really good. Oh man, I love Braden. What do you mean? All right. Means just like him, all right? Anyway, you see, Braden doesn't need to find customers. He already has them. AI lets him produce more, move faster, lower costs, and increase margins before competitors catch up. The harsh AI reality is that if you're starting from 0, the problem isn't talent or effort alone. It's time.
Building distribution takes trust, repetition, consistency, and usually years, not weeks. By the time a new audience is built, the tools are better. Everyone else knows how to use them. Platforms have automated the advantage away, and prices have compressed.
And AI certainly doesn't turn our friend, Adrian, the founder of Jimbro Optimized, into a competitor for big tech. It really doesn't. Trust me. It just gives Adrian a faster way to discover that reality.
Let's use an example when Adrian tries to compete with OpenAI.
Build me a brand based on something trending, a movement, something that actually speaks to the warriors, Pone, the people who get it.
So, Adrian told us he now wakes up at 4:47 a.m. Not because he's disciplined, but because Joe Rogan told him billionaires don't respect the snooze button. So every morning he opens his laptop, cracks his knuckles, and whispers the sentence that has ruined his bank account and several friendships.
And possibly ours. Right. Today I'm competing with OpenAI. And Adrian has a plan. OpenAI has PhDs, custom chips, data centers the size of small countries. Oh, and of course, Microsoft's entire balance sheet.
Adrian has a 20-pound API key, a half-finished Notion doc called Jimbro Optimized Final version 7, and most importantly, vibes.
And he told us what gives him an edge over others is that he has mastered prompting, whatever that means. His flagship prompt starts with, "You are a world-class AI CEO developer, selling supplements to people that know what Big Pharma is up to. Build a website in Lovable and a distribution funnel." No further instruction.
Five minutes later, Adrian tells us he is done. He mutters to himself. That is basically it, he says. I have disrupted them. Sure, Adrian. Makes sense. OpenAI trains models on trillions of tokens, but you once watched a 14-minute YouTube video titled Build a SaaS in a Weekend. No code, no skills, no stress. And honestly, that feels equivalent.
Adrian proceeded to refresh Stripe. No customers, unfortunately, yet. But that's just early stage traction, right? OpenAI might be rolling out enterprise contracts and government deals, but Adrian, my friend, you have something they don't.
A logo carefully constructed in Canva, in neon green. By lunchtime, we are getting hungry, but for Adrian, reality starts tapping him gently on the shoulder.
The Lovable bill, based on his prompts, is higher than expected. The AI agent keeps hallucinating user login and Gmail integration, and the website crashes whenever more than 3 people log in, one of whom is his mom.
Still, Adrian remains calm. Amazon lost money for years, he mutters, staring at the 43-pound revenue total. Yep, it's official that we have a mini Bezos sitting in our shared office. But if Adrian is honest, the money came from his mom. By the evening, Adrian posts on LinkedIn. Big announcement coming soon. AI is leveraging the playing field. If you're not building right now, you're already behind.
Inspirational. You see, OpenAI releases a new model overnight, and our pound shop Bezos releases a thread explaining why that's actually bullish for Jimbro Optimized. Because in Adrian's world, competition isn't about capital, infrastructure, or distribution. It's about belief and a £20 bot a month. Oh, and vibes.
Unfortunately, Adrian was late to the game. He didn't have distribution yet, and his core customers consist of Mike, an old Facebook friend, a person called Ariana, which he is unsure is a real person, and his mom. Adrian is certainly in no position to be competing with big tech, even though he has subscribed to most AI tools that have received any traction online in the fear of missing out.
Like this AI dog collar for his family dog that allowed it to speak. Yep, that's a real product. And for some reason, by mid-25, the website just vanished. The social media accounts went dark and the company effectively went up in smoke. leaving pet owners with nothing but silent dogs and empty wallets. The reality is, big AI and big tech firms are investing in each other. This isn't some cozy everyone wins innovation club. Nope. It's a defensive power consolidation move that often gets dressed up as partnerships. But AI isn't breaking big tech's dominance, it's reinforcing it.
The most famous case is Microsoft investing in OpenAI. Microsoft hasn't just invested, it has negotiated a partnership between OpenAI and Azure, Microsoft's cloud computing platform. It has embedded OpenAI models across Office, GitHub, and Windows, and ultimately become OpenAI's distribution engine.
And let's be clear, there is a big distinction between what Microsoft says and what they actually mean. What Microsoft says is, we are thrilled to announce a strategic partnership with OpenAI to empower every person on this planet. What Microsoft actually means is, we bought a brain in a jar because our own software was getting boring, and now we're plugging it into every PowerPoint presentation. They aren't helping OpenAI. They're using them as human shields to ensure their empire stays relevant for another 40 years of blue screens and mandatory updates.
You might now be thinking, but ChatGPT is not my only option. There are competitors like Anthropic's AI Claude. And on paper, Claude looks like a clean alternative to ChatGPT. But then you look at who's funding it. Amazon. They have invested billions into Anthropic, and crucially, Anthropic runs primarily on Amazon Web Service. Anthropic's AI Claude is tightly integrated into Amazon's cloud ecosystem. So you can say Amazon's relationship to Anthropic mimics the Microsoft OpenAI relationship.
So, what looks like competition is actually big tech choosing sides. This isn't two independent AI companies racing to empower the world. It's two cloud empires locking AI labs into long-term infrastructure dependency. We're told AI is cheap, open, and available to everyone, but reality looks more like this. Training frontier models costs hundreds of millions. Running them requires hyperscale cloud contracts. Distribution happens through Office, AWS, Google Workspace, Android, iOS.
But it gets worse. Microsoft and Amazon might be the famous faces of the Magnificent Seven, but they are just supporting acts for the real powerhouse. I have started calling this group what it actually is: NVIDIA and the 6 distractions. They don't make shiny phones or social media apps that ruin your dopamine receptors. They just make the chips that everyone, literally everyone, is forced to buy if they want their AI to do more than basic addition. As of February 26, they aren't just winning the market. They are the market. They control 80 to 90% of AI accelerators. And that's not a business. That is a hostage situation.
AI lowers the barrier to trying, but it doesn't lower the barrier to winning at scale. The story many tech leaders are preaching right now is that AI is the great equaliser. But the reality is, AI is a force multiplier, and multipliers favour whoever has leverage already.